What's going on, guys? It's LadyB, and I've got a new strategy to talk to you about. It's not that new, but we're seeing more and more of it, particularly with the meta in ground. It's a hybrid attack, and you're gonna see why it's becoming all the craze. The Miner Hog Attack is the hybrid, and basically what it's taking is a Queen Walker Queen Charge and putting it together with a Queen Walk Queen Charge Miner and a Queen Walk Queen Charge Hog. So you're taking half the miners, half the hogs, putting them together and making a very powerful strategy that works very quickly and effectively. So I have two examples for you today from the Golden X versus EWU Esports War for the EWU, the Elite Warriors United, which is a 5v5 league. So let's take a quick look at one of the replays here. You might have seen the video about this war that I had with a 1-star that kicked off the war for EWU, but in the end they got the win. And this was one of the strategies that they were using, was the Queen Walk hybrid. So you can either Queen Walk or Queen Charge. It depends on the value that you want to get out of your Queen. Because this base had the town hall situated on the outside and very easily walkable for the queen to take on, he decided to queen walk it. He didn't need to really queen charge anything. So he sets the queen down, sets up the funnel here with the king, allows the queen to get the value that he needs. And as you're going to see, she works her way in, is able to take out one of the 4 expos, able to take out the town hall, the CC, the enemy queen along the way. Now it looks like she's going in the wrong direction here. We saw this in war. A little scary, a little sketchy there, but he manages to get that queen back around, and you're gonna see as the queen picks up the value needed in taking down the CC, taking down the town hall, he gets set for the remainder of the funnel here, and that's by dropping the siege barracks. And similar to the miner attacks and the Yeti smashes, we see a lot of siege barracks with this particular strategy because it does help funnel. And I think it's mostly what we see in this particular strategy. So siege barracks down to help set the funnel, and then you can see he popped in the miners. The miners always go first. You get them in the lead. You drop the hogs behind, your Grand Warden right behind, and your Royal Champ, because the Royal Champ does help out quite a bit with those defenses and helps work through. But you can see how quickly these hogs and miners are moving together. They're just so synchronized, and I think that's the incredible factor about this. Now, I do want to point out that with these charges, you have about a minute 30 in order to get it done before you drop your miners and hogs, before you get into that point where you're worrying about time. But more times than not, with these attacks, the hogs and miners move succinctly together so well that you don't need to worry so much about time. And that's the beauty of it, where your miner attacks, you're focusing on trying to get things done in the right amount of time without having a time fail. You're not going to have this problem with this particular strategy, providing you don't do too long of a Queen Walk or Queen Charge before setting down the remainder of the troops. Now he gets a great split here. The Royal Champ working on the inside of the base, miners on the outside, hogs continuing to work through with the Royal Champ as the miners help with the cleanup. It just worked out so beautifully here. And you see a lot of these attacks just working out this way. But again, it's about the value that you're getting out of your queen, either if it's a charge or a walk, in shaping it up. So we'll take a look at the next hit as well, very similar to this. Here Alex came in with the hybrid. Now he brought a few extra miners rather than hogs, and bear in mind, you're bringing extra hogs in your siege barracks, so that's additional support that comes out for your hogs. So again, Alex decides to opt for the Queen Walk because of the value his queen can get. He doesn't plan on going for the town hall because he knows that his miners and hogs are the ones that can get it done. It's actually the miners that get it done, which we'll take a look at in just a sec. But he sets up the funnel here for the queen to work her way down right towards that eagle the king set up there to help create this funnel and give the queen the push just to the center of the base. That eagle just in range for her to reach over the wall and take down. No wall breakers needed for the amount of value that he gets with this walk. Now, and she's able to pick up that multi-targeting Inferno along the way. So the idea of this was to get her set, take down that value, get started with the miners. You can see he did a great job with the bowler bounce in order to pick up the funnel on the opposite side for the queen. But the idea was to allow the queen to beat through the walls once the Miners and Hogs got started. Unfortunately, the queen decided to beat on the wrong walls. She switched back around, but he does wind up later on in this raid with a benefit from the healers, which is never a bad thing when you're using Hogs or Miners. So we have the Siege Barracks set in place here. P.E.K.K.A comes out with the Wizards to kick off that funnel. Miners are set in place here, Grand Warden following suit. What he does, though, is he drops his Hogs from the other side, helping to take out those defenses, allowing the Miners to take down the Town Hall. And obviously, he gets that early tome ability to keep those Miners nice and safe through the Gigabomb here. And they do slow down a little bit from the freeze, but make it through still and in control together. This you can see they really do work nicely. Miners a little bit further behind, but they do catch up and start working with the Hogs. Now he's got the Royal Champ that actually comes in, cuts the funnel a little bit to the side here, doesn't come directly behind, but starts working alongside where the P.E.K.K.As were, where the Wizards were. And continues through. She's got a nice meetup here with the Hogs, with the Miners. And again, the space is shaped up very similarly, where you have some narrow pathing, not quite as narrow as you would want just standard Hog pathing, but actually it's about where you would want it for miner attack. So Miners, you could go a little bit wider. This is a perfect range of space for your Hogs and Miners to work through and get the full effect that you need. And as you can see here, the queen a little bit further up on the north side of the base, just about ready to die down, but does come in with the assist. And this is where he gets a little bit of a switch over from the healers, because the queen does die out to the Expo. But that freeze holding off the multi, always good to bring a freeze if you're dealing with those multi-targeting Infernos, because you want to make sure that as you start fizzling out towards the back end, you have enough to hold them strong. And that's why healers really are a nice thing to come into play. So that P.E.K.K.A still going strong from the Siege Barracks, with the Wizards helping with the cleanup. Miners all working through nicely. Just a couple one Hog left there, finishing it up with a Royal Champ on the defense. And this was absolutely smashed. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below about this particular strategy. This is probably one of my favorite strategies to watch right now in the game, because it is so effective and it goes right down to my roots of loving Hogs and kind of keeping towards the gravitation of having queen charges and queen walks and some multi-phase attacks going on. So if you enjoyed the video, please make sure to hit the thumbs up button. If you're not subscribed, subscriptions are always appreciated as I'm trying to grow my channel. I hope you're enjoying the content. Please feel free to let me know what other kind of videos you would like to see. Take a look in the description, because I have links to my social media, Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, where I stream live 5 days a week. And be sure to stay tuned for some of the next episodes to come of Beyond the Town Hall, my new YouTube series. Juan, formerly from Nova, is our next guest that you'll get to see next Monday. We also have Chief Pat, so I am super excited for that. If you want to get some questions in, please make sure to hop on my Discord channel to get your questions in. The link is in the chat, and I will also post something in the community boards for you to get those questions there as well. Until next time, this is LadyB. I'll catch you guys later.